Shalom, Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Welcome to Yahweh and Yahshua Speak television show. We are here in Evanston, Illinois on this first day of February 2020, bringing in Black History Month. Oops, let's rewind that. We go back to February of 2016, and the Ruach HaKodesh, Quicken Iron Raw Micaiah, to redub that, say black is a concept of man, it's a color, it is not a nationality. Yet the Ruach HaKodesh, Quicken Iron Raw Micaiah say it is Ibryi History Month. That's our nationality. That praise and be to the mighty as they black, because concept of man is a proverb and byword. He said they would call us this. Y'all told us this. So that is the color. And that is not a nationality. No. We are people of a dark race. Praise the mighty Yah. Say it loud. With Yahshua and with pride. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. So the title of this lesson is Yisrael, knowing our heritage makes us a peculiar people. That's what we are. Our heritage is what set us apart. And our heritage is this Bible, the book. That's our history back. The so-called black man that scattered around the area that was set upon those shores on the slave ship. This is our heritage.
Say it, brother.
Hallelujah. And so, knowing our heritage, I went to Strong's Concordance, number 4181, heritage, Morashah. It states that it's a possession, heritage, inheritance, delight. Yah delights in his thoughts of Yah. That's the thoughts we have of Yahweh. And it's also found, from Strong's 4180, Morash. And that's what it's saying. That's what heritage states to be. Praise the mighty Yah. Hallelujah. And then that Morash is Kawa, from an unused root to mean germinate, shoot, stick. I'm sorry, that's something different. So that was that from Strong's about that of heritage. And peculiar people, peculiar is found at Strong's number 5459. It's secular, past, part of, unused root, mean to shut up, wealthy, as closely shut up, jewel, particular, treasure, that's who we are. Proper, good, we are special. Yes, praise the mighty Yah. Yes, praise the mighty Yah. We are the apples of Yahweh's eye. So let's go to Genesis chapter 12. Genesis chapter 12. Genesis chapter 12. Genesis chapter 12. Genesis chapter 12, and let's read verses 1 and 2.
Genesis chapter 12 and verse 1. Now Yahweh has said unto Abram, Get thee out of thy country and from thy kindred and from thy father's house unto a land that I will show thee. Verse 2. And I will make of thee a great nation, and I will bless thee and make thy name great, and thou shalt be a blessing.
Hallelujah. This is us, our bereshit. This is our beginning. This is how we came. This is where our heritage first begin with our daddy Abraham. And they say, now Yahweh had a mind to Abram, get thee out of thy country and from thy kindred and from thy Abba's body unto a land that I will show thee, and I will make thee a great goe, and I will barak thee and make thy Shem great, and thou shalt be a barakah. See, this is another thing. Now I hear Yah, if you obedience to Yah, whatever Yah tell you, don't question it. He didn't know where he was going, he just knew. and by attached in our Yahweh. That's our heritage. It's to obey. Praise the mighty Yah.
Hallelujah.
Let's go to Genesis chapter 12. Genesis chapter 17. Genesis chapter 17. Knowing our heritage is what makes it a peculiar am, Yisrael. We must know this because it's honor in it, it's glory, and it's to do the work of our Yahweh. We must know where you come from to know where you're going. This is it. This is it. We are chosen. This is what he wants us to do to set us apart from my other go in. Genesis chapter 7, verses 10 to 12. Let me read.
Genesis chapter 17, verse 10. This is my covenant, which ye shall keep between me and you and thy seed after thee. Every man child among you shall be circumcised. Verse 11. And ye shall circumcise the flesh of your foreskin, and it shall be a token of the covenant betwixt me and you. Verse 12. And he that is 8 days old shall be circumcised among you, every man child in your generations. He that is born in the house or bought with money of any stranger which is not of thy seed.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. See, this is our heritage, y'all. And now some Israel say, nah, you don't have to do this. No, this is a command. This is our heritage. This is an honor.
Right.
He said, this is what he said. This our Yahweh started. This is my bereavement, which you shall shema between me and you and thy seed after thee.
Right.
And every Adam Zakah among you shall be circumcised. This is a token how he sets us apart.
Right.
Our heritage. It's our heritage. You want this.
Right.
Once you come to know our disobedience, you shall circumcise the flesh of your foreskin, and it shall be a token of the bereavement between me and you. A lot of Israel throughout the years ahead, now he ain't going to do that. What is that? Going against, that's when I know I was coming into this walk, marvelous walk, that I learned later on from Ra Makai and Ra Shalom that they were rebels. That's what our Shalom did that lesson, broken vessel. They were good, they became broken. They had no good for themselves and the nation. Praise the mighty Yah. And he that is 8 years old shall be circumcised among you, every Adam Zakah in your generations. He that is born in the Habayah or brought with money of any stranger. They was always there, y'all.
Right.
You pro-Israel, they was always with us. You're not a stranger, are you? You can't. If you're not obeying Yahweh, you're a stranger. Which is not of thy seed. That's what he's saying. They wasn't of the physical seed of Israel, but they drafted in like it came when Yeshua came in the flesh, and they drafted all what we see. Hallelujah, Yahweh. Let's go to Genesis chapter 32. This is our heritage. Like as our Rosh do put the temple in the ninth, it's the pattern. The pattern from Shemai is like it to it, as he gave it to Moshe. It's a pattern. It's our heritage. The deck out Yah's crib. Genesis chapter 32. We got some here talking against it. This stuff ain't going to seeing pictures of fellowship of brothers and sisters and stuff. This ain't no idle stuff. This is stuff all from Yahweh, the pattern from Shemai. He said, may we do the exact way he did Shemai on the air. Right. We do it the best of our ability. Because it was lost from it. But he's bringing us back. We know how to honor and respect him. You want a nice place to come to. Our heritage to remind you and give you confidence in who you are. You're not going to get it nowhere else. Genesis chapter 32. Let's read. Let's see. That's verse 9. Genesis chapter 2, verse 9.
Genesis chapter 32 and verse 9. And Yaakov says, O Elohim of my father Abraham, and Elohim of my father Isaac, Yahweh, which saidest unto me, return unto thy country and to thy kindred, and I will deal well with thee.
10.
Verse 10, I am not worthy of the least of all the mercies and of all the truth which thou hast showed unto thy servant. For with my staff I passed over this Jordan, and now I am become 2 bands.
Hallelujah. See this, and let's read. Yaakov, Amar, O Elohim of my Abba Abraham. That's the beginning of our head. And Elohim of my Abba Yisrael. That's him. See, he was living, and now he's our Abba Yisrael. Yisrael, who we named after, which is Yahshua. Yahweh, which Amar to me, return to thy country. He just let you know here our heritage, our lineage we come from. Which Amar to me, return to thy country and to thy kindred, and I will dwell with thee. And I am not worthy of the least of all thy high seed and all thy high eminence, which thou hast showed unto thy heaven with my staff. There it is, the inheritance. I pace this Jordan, and now I become 2 bands. Staff is powerful, y'all, and that staff, we find this that in Strong's Concordance 4731. You know, staff, rod, is the same. It's meg, keg, law. From an unused root means to germinate a shot stick with leaves on it, or for walking, striking. You know, when he had Moses strike the suai, you know, guiding, divining, rod, hand, staff. That's what it is, y'all. This is our heritage right here. To have the staffs, you know, in temple, in your house, and all that. It's our inheritance. This was where he let me to show you. He had it before Moshe, you know. He let you know. He always had it, because he had in the pattern that's made it into Shemaiah. So they got it up there, because he put it into the pattern to be made, to have and give to our heritage. Praise be to the mighty Yah. It's our heritage. Makes us a peculiar hand. Like our brother Shalom was saying, a brother was ahead of his time, walking in the temple, you know, with his staff, and sister make fun of him, still stuck. Years later, thought the brother had known what he read. He embraced his heritage and set it out and brought it out to be known. Hallelujah. Yahweh. Let's go to let's go to Exodus. Exodus chapter 12. Exodus chapter 12. He's just taking us through our genealogy of our heritage.
That's good.
Exodus chapter 12. Exodus chapter 12. Exodus chapter 12. Let's read verses 1 and 3.
Exodus chapter 12 and verse 1. And Yahweh spake unto Moshe and Aharon in the land of Mizraim, saying, verse 2, this month shall be unto you the beginning of months. It shall be the first month of the year to you. Verse 3, speak ye unto all the congregation of Yisrael, saying, in the 10th day of this month they shall take to them every man a lamb according to the house of their fathers, a lamb for a house.
Hallelujah. And Yahweh Amar to Moshe and Aaron in the land of Mizraim. Amar, this month shall be unto you the high bearership of month. It shall be first month of the year to you. He let down inheritance to Abib. Y'all read Abib, the month he brought us out of Mizraim with a mighty stretched out arm. And he said, Amar to all the congregation of Yisrael, Amar, in the 10th Yowm of this month, they shall take to them every Adam, a lamb, according to the buyer of their hour, a lamb for a buyer. That was going to be the Pesach, Yah. He's setting up our inheritance, you know, where someone else did the greatest identity theft and stole our heritage. They was always conspiring against Yisrael. They had and go ease up there, but hey, Yah, we don't die, Yah just multiply Yisrael. If they tried the genocide from then all the way even up today, can't do it. We've chosen. Hallelujah, Yahweh. Let's go to Genesis chapter 12. No, let's stay in chapter 12. Let's get down to verses 14 and 19.
Chapter 12.
I mean Exodus.
Exodus chapter
The same,
12.
yeah, same book. Skip down to 14 and 19.
Exodus chapter 12, verse 14. And this day shall be unto you for a memorial, and ye shall keep it a feast to Yahweh throughout your generations. Ye shall keep it a feast by ordinance forever.
14 and 19.
Skip to 19?
No, 14 to 19.
Verse 15. 7 days shall you eat unleavened bread, even the first day ye shall put away leaven out of your houses. For whosoever eateth leavened bread from the first day until the 7th day, that soul shall be cut off from Yisrael.
Hallelujah. See, this is Yah, this establishes our heritage. And like he said in verse 14, this Yom shall be unto you a memorial. And you shall shema it a keg to Yahweh, throughout your generation. Throughout your generations. We are through another generation. And you shall shema it a keg by an ordinance. Ordinance is a statute, law, commandment. It's an ordinance. It is set up forever. Till Yahshua come, y'all. This is our heritage. The other people don't do it, so be it. We know it to be obedient. It's breaking the Torah. You don't keep it. This is forever. Even when we make it into the Melkuf, it's forever. What you not get? Forever. Not ever. It never ends. You just put it to practice now, so you'll be that excellent knowing how, and when it's time, the millennium comes, teaching all the other people, you know, teaching them that the final thing to get into the Melkuf. Continue.
Verse 16. And in the first day they shall be an holy convocation, and in the 7th day they shall be an holy convocation to you. No manner of work shall be done in them, save that which every man must eat, that only may be done of you.
Hallelujah. No excuses, Israel. Check this out. In the first Yom, there shall be a Kadesh convocation. And in the 7th Yom, there shall be a Kadesh convocation to you. No manner of work shall be done in that day except to prepare the food. You don't go to work. The boss, try to eat that. You stand on my door, says Yahweh. He says, stand, it's his to do the work, to fight the battle fight. We don't never stand. Read this our heritage book, history book. Read where they just, when they but really baptized him and trust him, he come through, like Aaron was saying, Shalom was saying, he come through. It's written. It's written. You just do your part, he got your back. He got you. No matter what circumstance, situation coming to the front of us. You're being tried. We're going to that fire of this Shareth, the furnace of the Shareth. The beats come out fine as gold. It's getting all the impurity off you. This is our heritage. This is how you become the peculiar am that we are. Continue.
Verse 17. And ye shall observe the feast of unleavened bread, for in this selfsame day have I brought your armies out of the land of Mizraim. Therefore shall ye observe this day in your generations by an ordinance forever. Verse 18. In the first month of the 14th day of the month at even, ye shall eat unleavened bread until the 21st day of the month at even.
Hallelujah. In the first month, on the 14th Yom of the month, at evening. This is an ordinance. At evening, you shall eat unleavened leaven until the Akkad 20th Yom of the month at evening. You can't decide, I'm going to have this the next day in the morning. You breaking the Torah. You breaking the Torah. You know what he said. This is an ordinance. This is command. Evening to evening. Not when, because I want to do it in the daytime, because I don't want to go drive at night, or whatever reason you got it. It starts in the evening. You can't change. Once you know better, you do better. You done read it, so you know it. You ain't even with understanding. You know it. You know what's written. But you trying to, you go on this bucket and get y'all. At that moment, you a rebel. You have to repent from it. He knows you trying to do the best. You may not have it the exact day ordinance he have in the Bible ain't found out, but he knows you're doing it, and then he gonna show it to you. All praise to our Yahweh. Continue.
Verse 19, 7 days shall there be no leaven found in your houses, for whosoever eateth that which is leavened, even that soul shall be cut off from the congregation of Yisrael, whether he be a stranger or born in the land.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Check this out. Yisrael, and he talking to the Arabs. 7 Yom shall there be no leaven found in your crib. You can't stash it. As Howard the Rock would say, you can't hide it in the garbage can, you can't put it in the attic, can't do nothing. It has to be tossed away or use it before the time. Now is the time. It's time to start breaking it down. You know, from January now is the time to start going to your cabinet, getting preparation, baby. That's what all this book is about, is preparation. 7 Yom said there be no leaven found in your crib. For whosoever eateth that which is leaven, even that neck shall be cut off from the congregation of Israel, whether he be a stranger, ever it is Israel. What have you not read as our Rosh Hashanah done? You choose to ignore it, or you don't understand it yet, one or two, or born in the land. And now you say, that nephesh shall be cut off from the congregation. Then you was put out the camp. To be cut off now. In the lake of fire. That's what your cutoff gonna be now. Because this is forever. You keep breaking the Torah, and as Raw McConnell, you die now, how tall you're gonna be Shabbat by that. You're gonna be cut off from the rest of the Israel and the kingdom. You're gonna be in the lake of fire. Holler Yahweh. Let's skip down to verses 24 to 27.
Verse 24. And ye shall observe this day for an ordinance to thee and to thy sons forever. Verse 25. And it shall come to pass when ye be come to the land which Yahweh will give you, according as he hath promised, that ye shall keep his service. Verse 26. And it shall come to pass when your children shall say unto you, what mean ye by this service? Verse 27, that ye shall say, it is the sacrifice of Yahweh's Passover, who passed over the houses of the children of Yisrael in Mizraim, when he smote the Mizraim and delivered our houses, and the people bowed their head and worshiped.
Hallelujah.
That's right.
Yes, this is what it is. And this is, this is our heritage. It was lost to us, but now he bestowed it back on us. And he said, and you shall observe this thing for an ordinance to thee and to thy bands forever. Bands mean sons and daughters, y'all. So don't get it twisted, pro-Israel. The children, And it shall come back when ye when you come to the land which Yahweh will give you, according as he had promised, you shall shema this edit. And it shall come to pass when your band shall say, Amar to you, what mean ye by this edit? See, so you can know what it is, to pass it on generation to generation, to keep it. And this is the day he said, this that you shall mark. It is the high sacrifice of Yahweh Pesach, who passed Pesach the buyers of the high band of Yisrael in Mizraim, when he smoked the Mizraim and delivered our body. And Ham bowed the head and shackled Yahweh. They said, thank you, Yahweh.
Right.
This we shall do.
Right.
That's what the bowing meant. He said, amen.
Let's do it.
So
Amen.
obedient to his Yahweh.
Yeah.
Those that was obedient, always some that were disobedient, so like today. Exodus chapter 19. We are no longer those disobedient. We know, we see our outcome at the end, unless you see your end. As long as you stay on Yahshua, you won't be going to hell. You stay on Yahshua. Stay on that train, Grandma Robert said.
Yeah.
All aboard!
Right.
You hear that whistle of these double rings blowing, you hear it, you get on the train, and then when the flash of the enemy try to do somebody say, hey, this your stop. As Yahshua said, and they say, I'm in the wilderness, don't go. You say, shut up, devil. I know. I'm riding this train all the way to the kingdom.
Yes.
Holla Yahweh. I ain't getting out till I see that into the glorious kingdom.
Yes. Praise our Lord.
Holla Yahweh. Exodus chapter 19. This is our heritage, y'all.
Right.
Knowing our heritage sets us apart to be that peculiar am.
Yes.
That mega am.
Yeah.
Exodus 19, chapter 16.
Verse 16.
Yeah. Chapter 19, verse 16.
Exodus chapter 19, verse 16. And it came to pass on the third day in the morning that there were thunders and lightnings and a thick cloud upon the mount, and the voice of the trumpet exceeding loud, so that all the people that was in the camp trembled.
Hallelujah. And it came to pass on the third Yowm in the morning that there were thunders and lightning and a thick cloud upon the mount, and the voice of the shofar exceedingly loud, so that all them that was in the camp trembled. This was Yahweh introducing the shofar to his heir. Because they say as a pattern in Shemayim that you had to follow it. So this is what he was introducing. This is our heritage, y'all. Like that Rod Shalom said, you had one at the crib, it's a blessing, and you had to definitely have one in the temple. And we got to practice it to blow it, because as we go into this heritage lesson, to show, the first thing is to be submerged and saved. The shofar is the next important name from now on. It's a matter of life and death with the shofar. Hallelujah, Yahweh. Y'all gonna tell it to you. Praise the mighty Yah. Exodus chapter 20. Shofar is meaningful. It's all throughout this book. It's life and death with the shofar. It's for this life and eternal God. You must know the sound of the shofar. Yahweh's voice. Exodus chapter 20. It's no joke just blowing it as Ross number. This meaningful thing. This is heavenly principles with it. It's a matter of life and death blowing that shofar. It's not like how many brothers that I can blow this, do this. You're doing it for your own self. The devil got you to see. You ain't doing it on your turn. He wants you to throw it up his actions, but it's meaningful. It's life and death in the shofar. Exodus 20. Let's read verses 1 and 7. This is it, Yisrael. This is how I had it. You followed this is how he wrote it in Shemaiah is the pattern he left when Moshe wrote it on stone, the pattern. Exodus chapter 20, verses 1 and 17.
Exodus chapter 20, verse 1. And Elohim spake all these words, saying, verse 2, I am Yahweh, thy Elohim, which have brought thee out of the land of Mizraim, out of the house of bondage.
Hallelujah. This is his introduction to his people for our heritage. This is our heritage that we're supposed to do and give to the world.
Yes, sir.
And Yahweh among to all these things, these Dabarins are marked. I am Yahweh.
Yes.
Thy Elohim. That was the great inheritance right there for him to take there. What a great heritage right there.
Yes.
Which brought thee out of the land of Mizraim, out of the high of bondage. He brought you out. But our ancestors disobeyed and went back, but he brought us out again.
Right.
Hallelujah. Continue.
Verse 3, thou shalt have no other Elohims before me.
Hallelujah.
Yes. Hallelujah.
This is the best, the main one here.
Yes.
How much do you love Yahweh?
Yes.
That's what he said. Thou shalt have no other Elohim before
Yes.
me. Continue.
Verse 4, thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that's in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth.
Hallelujah. See, this was Israel, our heritage. This is what the Arabs don't know. Because the devil throwing man got them to see that they ain't got to go to. This is within, as Ron tells, this is the Musaf book. This is where you get it. So you can get into the new. That's the final words of Yah. This is it. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or likeness of anything that is in Shemayim above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the Hadmayim under the earth. Them crosses. That's what he's talking about, y'all. Y'all having an earring in y'all head. You know, those big old scary looking statues, because they creepy, because they evil. They're all around our area. Things of stone. As he brought it out of Mizraim, like, you know, those big old, which we built, because we was in slavery. They don't want none of that. He's talking about making none of wood and stone, y'all. This is our heritage, y'all, to get this and teach it.
Yes.
All right, continue.
Verse 5, thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them, for I, Yahweh, thy Elohim, am a jealous Elohim, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generations of them that hate me.
Praise the mighty. He was laying down our heritage to them right then. Tell them. Check this one out. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor ebit them. For I, Yahweh, thy Elohim, am a jealous Elohim, visiting the iniquity of the high upon the high band unto the third and fourth generation that should name me. That's happening today. If you don't come to Yah, that's the curse. In third, fourth generation. I remember I asked my Rod Shalom, how the son get picked out to hanging this and that? And she just politely said, it had to be from their ancestors, you know. Talking about right here. He gonna take it down. It just came upon that next generation. Continue.
Verse 6, and showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments.
Y'all hear that? And showing how I see upon thousands of them that had me and Shema my mitzvah. That's showing love, so he's gonna give it back to you. Continue.
Verse 7, thou shalt not take the name of Yahweh thy Elohim in vain, for Yahweh will not hold him guiltless that taketh his name in vain. Verse 8, remember the Shabbat day to keep it holy.
Hallelujah. This is the weekly holy convocation. This is it.
Right.
You don't keep this, you know you ain't keeping the rest. Remember the Shabbat Yom to Shema Kadesh. It's Kadesh. Don't you want a day of pure rest, nothing on your mind but Yahweh? Have Yahweh to strengthen you how to go out and deal with, enjoy the have, and deal with any circumstance in his area? Hallelujah, Yahweh, continue.
Verse 9, 6 days shalt thou honor and do all thy work. Verse 10, but the seventh day is the Shabbat of Yahweh thy Elohim. In it thou shalt not do any work, thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates.
Hallelujah. 6 Yom thou shalt labor and do all thy work. But the 7th Yom is the SABBATH of Yahweh, thy Elohim. In that one Yom, one day, thou shalt not do any work. Thou, nor thy band, nor thy bear, nor thy abbot, servant, Adam, abbot, nor thy maid, abbot, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger. Yisrael, for Israel, it was always there. Long as they took on the oracles of Yahweh, they was like God. That is within thy gates. Continue.
Verse 11, for in 6 days Yahweh made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that in them is, and rested the seventh day. Wherefore Yahweh blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it.
Hallelujah. In 6 Yom, Yahweh made Shemayim and Arab, the sea, and all that is in it. And Shalom, the 7th Yom. Wherefore Yahweh barak the 7th Yom and hallowed it. Like somebody said, you can holler at him and they know. He telling you right then.
Right.
7th Yom. They changed it in the dictionary trying to make it count like the Sunday. But everybody in their right mind, when you were a child, you knew Sunday was the first day.
Yeah.
That house of time to see if you want. You didn't see because you want to do that. And then, like you said, he don't need a day of rest. He was showing made it for us, but we need it. We'd be cuckoo without it.
Right.
You're going in the devil's world, running, huffing and buffing 7 days a week. You drop dead before your time.
Yes, you will.
A lot of them doing it because they ain't keeping the Sabbath. Continue.
Verse 12, honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which Yahweh thy Elohim giveth thee.
Hallelujah. That's all SABBATH. Listen up, you young you people of age and young. Compose thy Abba and thy for thy young may be long upon the land which Yahweh thy Elohim giveth thee. He didn't put no condition to it. If they nice to you, you do this, you honor. If they do this, no, he say honor. Because if they a bad parent, once Yahweh makes you a grown age, you can live Yah's blessed life. Yeah. Don't go looking back, letting the flesh and the devil, well, they didn't do that, this and that. He brought you to it.
Right.
Now you live your blessed life. Hallelujah, Yahweh. Continue.
Verse 13, thou shalt not kill. Verse 14, thou shalt not commit adultery. Verse 15, thou shalt not steal. Verse 16, thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. Verse 17, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his donkey, nor anything that is thy neighbor's.
Hallelujah. And like I say, in verse 15, thou shalt not steal.
Right.
Meaning, you're stealing when you're lying on the income taxes.
Yeah.
You're stealing.
Yeah.
You're stealing. You ain't a man of honest report. You're stealing. You don't need breaking the commandment. You're lying. You're stealing. So I don't think it ain't the way as we talking the Layil part of the Sabbath. You know, honestly, you think you may get some more. That's filthy lucrous. You gain, you got. That ain't y'all giving you, that's the devil. Right. You're supposed to be a believer and he got you doing that. He's the accuser, right? He can say, look, I told you. You know, he ain't faithful to your word. Be honest in all things. Yah will bless you. Has blessed you. Praise the mighty Yah.
Praise him.
Let's go to Exodus chapter 25. Exodus chapter 25. Exodus chapter, you got to be honest in all things. Just walk with Yahweh. Because if you don't, he don't have a pinch of lying. So you do that, he got to turn you over to the house of time and in the ways of his wicked world. Because you got to be honest. You know it takes time to practice, but practice it every day.
Right.
And get it out. Yeah. This is how you got to get it. He said, no, don't you know? He said, like the New Testament, he said, don't you know no liars saying have the melkuf of Yahweh? You ain't gonna be in there. He tell you no liars, this and that. He just told you in the commandment.
Right.
So you got to be straight up, straight and narrow, as our brother son, straight and narrow, and that walking in that thin path, you know, the narrow way. And that's obeying Yahweh from Genesis to Revelation. This is our heritage, Yisrael. You gotta put the practice and let it represent on this rod. He's looking for a people that will stand in the gap now. Right. Our ancestors, they did it. We can do it. We've been empowered to Ruach HaKodesh. Right. Don't let that Roman Christian now. He can't do it. That's a lie. Because they don't want to do it.
Right. That's it.
Exodus chapter 25, verses 8 to 9, and they read.
Exodus chapter 25 and verse 8. And let them make me a sanctuary that I may dwell among them. Verse 9. According to all that I showed thee after the pattern of the tabernacle and the pattern of all the instruments thereof, even so shall ye make it.
This is Yahweh. Just like we are. This great sanctuary. Patterns all around here. You go to have it as Yahweh said. This is our heritage, y'all.
Right.
Some I heard or some of you already got naked walls, ain't got nothing in there. Just, going, calling, thinking you know what he said to have. He left it, he wrote it for you. He tell you what to have. His crib be decked out. He wants you to have a nice, you're supposed to come in a nice sanctuary, his palace. That's what it is, a palace, likened to his palace. And relax and be comfortable. You don't want to come in some filthy, low-down place.
No. Right.
That ain't Yah.
No.
Let's skip down to verses 31 to 32.
Exodus chapter 25 and verse 31. And thou shalt make a candlestick of pure gold. Of beaten work shall the candlestick be made. His shaft and his branches, his bowls, his knobs, and his flowers shall be of the same. Verse 32. And 6 branches shall come out of the sides of it. 3 branches of the candlestick out of the one side, and 3 branches of the candlestick out of the other side.
Hallelujah. This is the pattern, yeah? And this is our heritage.
Right.
It sets at the bottom. And thou shalt make a candlestick. Hey. And a pure gold, of beaten work, shall the candlestick be made. His shaft and his branches, his bowls, his knops, his flowers shall be of the same. 6 branches shall come out of her. Not 9. And this is what God said. 6 branches shall come out of her, of the side. And of it, 3 branches of the candlestick out of one side. 3 branches of the candlestick of the other side. This is the pattern, Yah. The pattern from Shemayim. This was Yah's crib. We following. This is our heritage. He didn't say 9, did he? No.
No.
Praise the mighty Yah.
Praise the mighty Yah.
We just doing what we come to know it all. It takes time. You have to, have to work on it. You grow in it. It's a process. You keep reading and going over, and you surrender. You must surrender. You must beat that flesh down, knock that flesh down. You get no place to the flesh. The devil ain't got no place.
No, he does.
You gotta let him in through your flesh, because the Ruach ain't finna let him in. Like it's Kawad Adam, them great big bushes around. The Ruach that's steel plated, where it can't, Hasatan can't penetrate unless you let him in. Hallelujah, Yahweh.
Praise him.
Let's go to Exodus chapter 28. Exodus chapter 28. Exodus chapter 28, and let's read verses 1 to 3.
Exodus chapter 28 and verse 1. And take thou unto thee Aharon thy brother and his sons with him from among the children of Yisrael, that he may minister unto me in the priest's office, even Aharon, Nadab, and Abihu, and Eleazar, and Ithamar, Aharon's sons. Verse 2. Thou shalt make holy garments for Aharon thy brother, for glory and for beauty. Verse 3. And thou shalt speak unto all that are wise-hearted, whom I have filled with the spirit of wisdom, that they may make Aharon's garments to consecrate him, that he may minister unto me in the priest's office.
Hallelujah. This is our heritage. This is our heritage. This is where it started. This is the standard. Check this out. And take thou the Aaron thy ark, and his band with him from among the high band of Yisrael, that they may minister unto Yahweh in the high Kohen's offering. Even Aaron, Nodab, Abihu, Eleazar, and Ithamar, Aaron's bond. And thou shalt make Kadesh garments for Aaron thy ark out for kabod and broody. Supposed to look nice.
Right.
He ain't have me wearing a t-shirt, ragged jeans and all that.
No.
Ain't the way it is. You see what he said? He said for kabod and
Right.
broody.
Right.
You supposed to, y'all, you come as you are, yes. But as you come and stay with y'all, he's going to bless you to be able to get these nice, fine doves he had for us.
Right.
You read our heritage book. He had decked them out. We had their jewelry. That's why they over there in that continent of Africa. Because
Right.
that's where all the jewelry and all the gold and all that sat. It was like, you read our heritage book, it was like, which it is, it was laying on the ground. You had to just go get it. It come from the ground. It was just there. You read our heritage, like the feast we had.
Yeah.
We had a nation, they set it out. Y'all know how black folks do it.
Right.
When we have a gathering of some food. Ooh.
Yeah.
He said, eat, drink, and be merry. Our big old brothers, the wisest man ever, Kakan man, and all done everything. Shlomo said that. He said, that's the worth of man. Man's, worth under the sun. After you been honoring Yahweh, that's your pleasure. Enjoying the fellowship with people if it comes to that.
Right. Yeah.
And then he said, thou shalt amar to all that are Kakan paid, whom I have filled with thy ruach of covenant. See that? Roman Christian, doctrine, new believer, y'all don't read. Y'all said ruach came when Pentecost come. Are you calling my daddy and my big brother a liar? What did you just say? With the high ruach of Kokma. Only how you get Kokma, Bane, and Yada, it's from the ruach HaKodesh. It, the company, not a he. It's his power source. And they may make, and some of you Israel, Gabriel and Michael ain't living in me.
No.
It's y'all power source. He ain't say, I'm gonna give. He says, I have filled them with Michael for Kokma and all that. And they that may make Aaron's garment to concentrate him, that he may minister unto me in the Kohen's office. He ain't having you come and look ragged.
No.
See, that's that the devil knows it's the Caucasian last stand, like
Right.
custom to last stand against these the native people here of America.
Yeah.
He knows his day. He know his time is numbered.
Right.
So he's trying to deceive as many and take as many to the lake of fire with him. And they got your ass cast, man, and you can just spread and do and say what you want. No.
No. No, you can't.
Y'all has a standard. We got to come up there, and he ain't never gonna come down.
That's right.
Either you get with Yahweh's program, or you go on with your daddy, the devil, and go to the lake of fire with him.
Yeah.
That's what it had to be. It's the kingdom and lake of fire. Hallelujah, Yahweh.
Thank you, Abba. Bless your name.
Skip down to verse 40 and read.
Verse 40.
Yeah. Exodus 28, verse 40.
Exodus 28 and verse 40. And for Aharon's son thou shalt make coats, and thou shalt make for them girdles and bonnets. Thou shalt make for them for glory and for beauty.
Hallelujah.
Look nice.
Hallelujah.
Right.
For Aaron's band thou shalt make coats. Thou shalt make them for and bonnets. Shalt thou make for them for kabod and for beauty. Bonnets.
Yeah.
This is our earthly crown here. They wearing a crown as the pattern, and that's what you're supposed to wear. Praise the mighty Yah. Let's see what I have. Heritage. But this is that bonnet is mikvah. It's your head cover.
Yes, it is, right.
That's what it is. Your mikvah is for your head cover. Right? I thought I had it written, there. But that's what this bonnet is. It's your mikvah. You can go and find it in Strong. I thought I had it written, but we got this month. But it's called your mikvah. Your head cover. Let's go to Numbers chapter 15. Numbers chapter 15. Numbers chapter 15, verses 37 to 41. Numbers chapter 15, 37 to 41. They read.
Numbers chapter 15, verse 37. And Yahweh spake unto Moshe, saying, verse 38, Speak unto the children of Israel, and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments throughout their generation, and that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue.
Hallelujah. Praise man. And Yahweh Amar. This is Shabbat. This is our part of our heritage to be that peculiar Megad of head, set apart. And Yahweh Amar to Moshe Amar to the high band of Yisrael, and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garment throughout their generation, that they put upon the fringe of the border a ribbon of blue. This is our tzitzit, Yah. It don't matter what color, but you have that band of blue. This is what? And why? Here goes the answer to it. Continue.
Verse 39. And it shall be unto you for a fringe, that ye may look upon it, and remember all the commandments of Yahweh, and do them. And that ye seek not after your own heart and your own eyes, after which ye used to go a whore.
Hallelujah. He's breaking it down to you. And it shall be unto you a friend, tzitzit, that you may look upon it and remember all the mitzvahs of Yahweh, and do them, that you seek not after your own mind, your own stinking thinking, trying to reason out, like some one brother gonna say, and you say the fact, they done away with it. I had to, like, hey, let me make sure I heard him right. Then he said it real fast, they done away with it. You call our Yahweh alive, and Yahshua, big brother Yahshua alive. It's written. That is that. He said that's when you go into your own stinking thinking and your own eyes, after which you used to go a hoeing. You should be coming up out. He said, come up out. Once you get to knowledge, you don't supposed to be that hoe no more. For the devil. Continue.
Verse 40, that ye may remember and do all my commandments, and be holy unto your Elohim. Verse 41, I am Yahweh your Elohim, which brought you out of the land of Mizraim to be your Elohim. I am Yahweh your Elohim.
Yes.
Hallelujah. Yeah. And like our Yahweh say, this is our heritage book. They say you got to look for a Megad that fits this description. No one on this earth fits this description but us. Right. Then and today. That ethnic group that did the biggest identity there, they ain't placing themselves in Mizraim being a slave. They don't want to be a slave. They just want all the barricades that come from them. You know, they can't. They can lie, but John gonna show them up. As Rob McCall did that lesson about coming out of the furnace in his way. In due time, he will reveal. Right. So you can let people go on. They see themselves. He's going to show it to you. You don't have to get upset with no one. It's about truth and love. That's all it's about. Giving them a chance to step away from the hot hotels, because of the lake of fire. Let's go to that was Numbers. Let's go to like say fringes. You know, fringes are found at Strong's Concordance 6734. It's fringes, tzitzit, a floral or wing-like. See, that's wing under Yahweh's protection. Yeah. This stuff means something, y'all heard it. Sure it's a pattern of Yahweh. You know, it's a pattern of him. That's what it says. A four-lock of hair. That's how they had locks in their hair. That's what fringes, tzitzit, like say, mean. It's all that. It's a tassel, fringe. He wants, this is our totally heritage. It's our heritage. It's goodly. praise the mighty Yah.
Hallelujah.
Let's go to Leviticus chapter 11. He wants us to get it, y'all. Hebrew History Month is 360 days a week. What you say? Yeah, I said 360. You said no, it's 365? No. Our Yahweh has 30 perfect days in a month. You go do as for sake, go do your research. You'll see who added on. What for pride? Oh, this one added another month. Let me give me another day out of the month. Greeks and Romans.
Yeah.
That's it. Let's go to Leviticus chapter 11. Leviticus chapter 11. Leviticus chapter 11. Leviticus chapter 11. Let's read verses 1 to 2.
Leviticus chapter 11 and verse 1. And Yahweh spake unto Moshe and to Aharon, saying unto them, verse 2, speak unto the children of Israel, saying, these are the beasts which ye shall eat among all the beasts that are on the earth.
Yah's territory law, Yah.
Yep.
This is our heritage. He gonna tell it in here. You check out Leviticus chapter 11. He tells you what you can eat. He says, stop following behind the mother, go eat.
Yeah.
And they got the delicacy stuff. They eat the slime up
Teach
there,
them,
and the ocean.
Right.
Yeah.
Told you not to eat. You think you done made it when you eat that slop. The devil got you on bucket against our Yahweh.
Big slop.
Skip down to verse 7.
Verse 7. And the swine, though he divideth hoof, and be cloven-footed, yet he cheweth not cud. He is unclean to you.
Yeah. Muslims like to say that like they discovered something. They just all of them got stole from our heritage book. Added on, the devil got them religious. That ain't up. Y'all don't have a religion. Nowhere in here he talks about a religion. He talks against it. So he talks against it.